and hosting. I don't see your red and white balloons. I heard you were going to have red and white balloons on the stage. Okay. All right. That's okay. Special thanks to Roberta Walters, Roberta, my secretary. She's been working very hard behind the scenes. And Demetra, Deirdre, Euro, and Hadia for working on campus today. Thank you so much. I also spoke again about my cabinet and also our principals who really will become the ones who ultimately are held accountable, but ultimately the ones that central office will support. I've always felt, having been a central building principal, you never know what they do up there. But the job of central office and the board is to support the principals in their buildings and the initiatives that they need in order to make the students successful. So it's not a top-down approach, it's an approach to make sure that they have what they need and the teachers have what they need. I also would like to mention and thank Dr. Michael Rush, who was formerly an assistant commissioner for the department and a former superintendent for many years in Red Bank. He's a certified mentor in the department and will be working with me during my residency. What I like about here in New Jersey, when you become the superintendent, you receive a certificate of eligibility. You actually have to do a year in residence with a mentor, and so I think that's a great way to ensure, and he's already been invaluable. I call him all the time, so thank you for your continued support. I mentioned earlier Rochelle, Carol Morris. A special thanks to James McBee, who is our state liaison, and Eileen Birch, who will be working very closely with us. Eileen, please stand. It's all about connections. From the sorority, from Jack and Jill, my transition here to Asbury. One of my sorors who isn't here, Odalyn Lewis, was the one that immediately, when I got the job, I called her and I said, Odalyn, I'm moving. I don't know where to go. What do I do? Odalyn introduced me to Al Jenkins, who's my real estate agent from Brycock Realty. Excellent plug for the business. And Al introduced me to Marty Nelson from Equity Source, my mortgage broker. And last but not least, Lois Sutton, who's the attorney from Chamberlain and Rosen. Lois. And you know what? When they got the invitation, they said, we're so pleased that you invited us. But they know the transition from moving from the house you've been in for 16 years, coming to a territory in an area that you just don't know, they really became my family. I was on the phone with Lois and Marty and Al every day. I was on vacation. We were still emailing each other. So I just wanted to thank them. Now I'm officially a Jersey girl. Last but not least, my family. As you can see, I've got the new contingent here. My mother, Estella Lane, and my son, Justin. I always check on Justin. The other day I contacted his teacher, because I wanted to know how he was doing. She said, Justin was sitting in class the other day, he was smiling. And I asked him, I said, Justin, what are you thinking about? He said, I love my new house. And for parents who know when you move your child from the place, the school he's been to, and a community that he's known, none of this makes any sense until he's happy. So he's really happy. And Justin, I thank you for your support and my long hours that I take, but I love you. My mom, my father passed early this year, and as I said to the staff, part of my journey to Asbury, this is where God wanted me to be closer to my family. And without her support and my family, my cousins, my soror Ann, who's here, but I just want to thank the Newton family. If you know anything about us, we're a family of love, we're a godly family, and they're the wind beneath my wings. So thank you all very much. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. God bless.